Hi, and welcome to Real Life with Jenny. My name's Jenny Senapataratna. Grab your favorite drink and a snack, and we will get started. Today, I'm drinking orange spice tea by Stash. It's a black tea. It is delicious, and I had an Oreo. So I'm not really eating now, but I did have my Oreo, so there we go. So let's get real. Today, I want to talk a little bit about a song that's been going through my head and something that's been going through my heart for a while now. And I just want to share my heart with you. So I hope that's okay today. It's a song by Matthew West, and it is called Truth Be Told. I don't know if you've ever heard it, but it has been going through my head. And sometimes that's really annoying, especially when it's a Disney song. Now that Disney song's just stuck in all of your heads, right? Okay. But truth be told, and one of the lines in there is, I'm fine. Yes, I'm fine. No, I'm not. I'm broken. And I have been singing that like under my breath for a couple weeks now. And really this past year, I've been learning different pieces about myself. And one of those pieces is that I've always thought I was super genuine. It's something that I've always felt really important to me. When you get to know me, I do not hide things from you. I will share my thoughts, hopefully in a kind way. But I will be honest with you, and I will let you know how you're doing or like how things are going. If I think you're about to run out into the street, I will stop you. I feel like I'm pretty authentic, and I feel like I've always been willing to share my flaws with people. Real life with Jenny. That's kind of what this is all about. Well, one of the things that we do so often is we meet someone and we say, "Hi, how are you?" And they go, "Good. How about you?" "Fine." And I realize that that is so a part of my mask. That is a part of me always being fine, always being okay, always being good, right? Yes, I do have a lot of excitement in my life. I kind of have embraced life and I enjoy it. And even when it's a really bad day, I tend to find a silver lining to it and end up feeling good about it. And I realize that that's kind of weird. But that's been my coping mechanism, healthy or not. There it is. I can be like, hey, this is not good, but this is. I can always kind of find something good. And so I realized that that is not a positive thing sometimes. It is not a healthy way to live life. So maybe like in technical terms, okay, it's not technical because I'm not a therapist. I know nothing about that. But I sometimes don't deal with the actual emotions. I just set them aside and I say, I'm fine. I'm just fine. But I'm really not. I'm broken. I'm sad, and I'm hurt. And to put the mask on is something that we have learned from very small children, right? When we're really little, we learn that coping mechanism that you're fine. Brush it off, move on. I love my mom, and she is an amazingly loving, fabulous mom who has taught me so many things. And I remember as a kid, if there's no blood, don't come find me. No blood, just keep moving. And that was, you're tough. You tough it out. It's okay. And I've taught my child that. Obviously, I've taught her that. And to my default, I have taught her to be tougher than she needs to be. And so I have been really working through this in maybe a new and interesting way, other than like you meet someone at the grocery store and you're like, hi, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. I probably do say I'm fine. I don't go, oh, let me tell you about my day. I'm going to tell you all about the horrible things that are going on, because that is not a safe person. So I'm not telling you to go and share all of your dirty secrets with the lady down the street that seems to have everything together. Please don't do that. That's not a good plan. What I want to talk about here is my deep, real truth. Is I started, and I'm learning to do it differently. I started to be fine with God. I started to how you doing today, Jen? I'm good. How are you? Not really honestly showing my true emotions. Honestly not showing my dirty whatever. When you have someone over to your home, even though they may have been to your home many times, when there's a dirty bedroom, you close that bedroom. You don't let them in. You're not like, hey, let me show you. Hey, come on in, skip all this clean stuff, and let's go see the dirty bedroom or the dirty bathroom or whatever room it is in your home. I don't have very many rooms in my house, so there's not a lot to hide. You don't normally ask people to come in and see the underside of what's going on. You show them your best. You're like, this is the room I've dusted. It's the only room I've dusted because I hate dusting. This is the room that you may see. That's what we show people. And for my life, and I think for many of us, we do the same with God. We only show him the dusted, beautiful rooms that we've got all together. We're afraid in a way is to show who we really are, to be authentic and be real. And I have been learning this year to be real, thus probably real life with Jenny. And not just with you, not just with my friends, not just with my family, but with God. Be real with him. Show him my anger. What a scary thing. Anger is something that as a young child, for me, my father is someone that has a really big temper. That's something that I grew up with. Lots of yelling and screaming and, don't quite understand not doing that. We all learn how to fight from our parents or our guardians or whoever we're being raised with. And I learned to yell. Like, I am good at yelling. Oh, poor Kevin. Because Kevin was not raised like that. He was not raised with yelling. And so when we first got married, I remember where I was sitting on a hot pink couch. And I remember I was like, scream at me because I don't understand that you care unless you're screaming at me. And he was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I mean, he just looked at me so calmly like, yeah, I'm not doing that. That's just not what I do. Kevin just doesn't, that's just not who he is. And so anger is something that is very fearful for me. It's something that is a raw, deep emotion, and it can be very explosive. And to show that part to God is really tough for me. It is really tough for me to say, God, I'm angry with you, and not just be like, God, I'm angry with you. Giggle, giggle, giggle. I'm just going to make light of this because I'm kind of upset with you. It is the raw emotion of God. No, I am ticked. I am frustrated. I am done with this. I am beyond any words I can even say. I am just done. I'm frustrated. That God can see that part of me and still love me is life-changing. And for me, these last months, that has been what I have been learning, is no matter what emotion that I bring to God, no matter what brokenness I bring to him, he still goes, yep, I love you. Doesn't matter. I still love you. You don't understand. I do. I love you. And I just, some days you're like, no, I want to be frustrated at you and I want to be angry with you. Don't love me. And he's like, doesn't matter. Still love you. And it's such a freeing part of our life that we just never fully embrace. It is something that we as people are scared to do. Now, like I said, there are certain people in your life that you can be completely vulnerable with. But there's no one in your life that you can be as vulnerable with and as safe with as you can with God. Because he's going to love you despite everything you say and everything you do. He doesn't care how messy your house is. He doesn't care how bad things are and how angry you are and how bitter you are. He does not care. He still loves you where you are. And he understands why you're there. And that is a freedom that I want all of us to experience. I don't want just me to experience the freedom of being able to have my I'm fine gone away, but to be able to say I'm broken, I'm hurting, I am trying to find a silver lining here, God, but I don't see one. I do not see how this relationship is going to get fixed. I don't see how your miracles are going to happen here. I don't see how we're going to pay the bills next month, Lord. I don't understand how that's going to happen. I'm frustrated and I'm scared. To be able to go to someone and say that and still hear back, I got this, I love you, is something that is foreign to us. Now, I am married to an amazing man who would say the same thing, but he doesn't have the power to fix everything I want him to fix. God does. God has the power to fix everything I need fixed. Kevin does not. Love you, Kevin, but he does not have all the power that God does. And so today, I just want you to take all your brokenness and know that it's okay to have brokenness. Know that it's okay to have anger. Know that it's okay to have the emotions that you have. We were made with these emotions. These emotions are not ones that we just made up. They are emotions and they are part of us. The tears and the laughter and all of those pieces that we have as human beings, the yelling and the screaming and the quietness and the reservedness that we shut ourselves away, those are all emotions that we have, and none of them are too big for God. None of them are too big for God to understand and still love you no matter what's going on. No matter what sin we have, God still says, you've been forgiven, and I love you, and I'm going to help you through this. He doesn't go, well, made a mistake, you're done. Right? And so often we've had so many people in our lives, and I'm not just saying me, you too. We've had someone in our lives that we've messed up and we've done something horrible and we've screwed up, or they misunderstood us even, and they walk away and you're like, but wait, I'm still a good person. Don't walk away from me. I just made a mistake. Forgive me. And they don't turn back around. They keep going, and it's very hurtful. And we're afraid that God's going to do the same, and he's not. He's not going to walk away. He knows how much you've screwed up. He knows how much I've screwed up. He still loves me no matter that, no matter what I've done. And so today, as we move on with our week, and as I move on with my week, I want you to know that I'm broken. I am broken, and I am not always doing great. I am. Today alone, I have cried and laughed more times than I can tell you. I have burst into tears because I feel like such a failure, and I feel like I've let people down, and I feel, I could go on and on about the things that I've cried about today, and I mourn and I'm lost, but I've also laughed and giggled and enjoyed pieces. You don't have to have it all together. You don't have to be one or the other. God can go on the roller coaster with you. Now, I realize I'm a little more emotional than the average Joe. I get that most of you probably don't have the roller coaster of emotions. I have. Yes, pray for Kevin. The poor man does not have the emotions I do. He's a pretty steady rock, and I appreciate that about him. I'm not. I'm a roller coaster. I'm up and down and up and down, and God goes on that roller coaster with me. And so as you come to the point that you say, yes, I'm broken, I'm not going to tell God I'm fine. I'm going to stand before him today, and I'm going to say, Lord, I'm not fine. I'm broken. You need to hear the truth. You need to hear the truth of where I'm at. It's going to give you freedom. It's not going to be a surprise to him. FYI, it's not going to be a surprise to God what you tell him today. But it's going to give you freedom. And it's going to give you the ability to let it go. Let it go. Oh, I didn't say that twice. Anyway, that is all I have to share with you. I pray that you find your brokenness this week, and that you will find joy and peace in the midst of your brokenness. You can find everything on Real Life with Jenny on Instagram, MeWe, and Facebook. I would love for you to come join our community and be part of what's going on there. You can also find me at christconnection.cc/Jen. You can find my book, Unnamed Zookeeper, on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. If you want a little bit of encouragement or just want to share with your mom as Mother's Day is coming up, send her the book and say, hey, I love you. Let's enjoy life. So blessings to all of you this week. I pray that you find peace and joy in your brokenness as you are honest and say, I'm not fine. I'm broken.